Hi everyone, I am Lady Stars and Fire, and my real name is Michelle Espinosa. This is the weekly healing messages for March 6th through the 12th. Now we have a full moon coming in at the end of the week on the 12th, which is Sunday. So what a big week. But before I get into when I always do the healing messages, and I always usually start with what it is that Spirit gives me. And I ask specifically for Spirit to give us guidance or counsel that will help move us forward in the most positive, healing, and soulful ways in our life, basically. And before I really get into what it is that Spirit had to say, I just feel really, really good about this week. I feel uplifted and kind of revved up and ready to go and excited about it, but I feel soulfully good. And like a new birthing, new regenerating way. Like remembering who I am, good way. And I think that that's going to come to many of us. However, I am told that there is a lot of blocked energy out there. And I am being told that this has to do with Venus going retrograde. Let me explain. What is Venus? Venus loves love, don't she? I mean, that's what Venus is known for. Venus is known for love. Well, in retrograde, it's not really a bad thing. It's Venus is turning inwardly and reminding you how to love you. How to truly love you. How to honor yourself, respect yourself, uplift yourself, believe in yourself. How to love you and the life you have. To not take it for granted, to be thankful for it. However, for those who are blocked right now, who are having problems, and what I mean by problems is maybe right now in your life you're in a position where you really feel like you're just not really truly happy. You may be feeling a little bit more at this moment irritable. You may be feeling a little bit more at this moment just edgy within yourself, aggressively irritated, so to speak. And that would be Venus speaking to you. It's not like she's doing it to hurt you. But if you're unhappy in life, and you're unhappy with who you are, you're unhappy with where you are, you're unhappy with where you live, if you don't have any glimpses of that happiness and that joy that Venus loves so much, she's going to point that out. And she's pointing out what it is that you're unhappy about and why you're unhappy about it. Because she's helping you to make changes. So it may feel like she's picking on you, but she's not. It's really to help you. And like I said, I'm being told, because I had a problem when I was doing the runes and some of the information when I was working with Spirit, because I kept getting images and signs of being blocked. And I'm like, is it me? And they're like, no, it's energies of other people and where they are in life are blocked, and this is causing them problems moving forward. And so that's why I explained this first. Because if you understand that you're having that blocked feeling, you have to first find out why you're blocked so you can get unblocked and get healthy enough and can move forward again. It's that simple. It can hurt, but as you get through that, you're going to start feeling more of that uplifting Venus in you. Now, for the week, like I said, March 6th through the 12th, I am being told, and this is a little confusing, and it might be confusing because at the end of the week, we have a full moon. I only give you the information that I'm given and what I feel like I'm being told to give you. However, that does not mean that the interpretation is exactly that for whoever is watching the video. And that's why I only give you the information that I'm being given, because for one person it may mean one thing, and for one person it may mean a different thing. We all have different individual lives. Now, I am being given a circle. And I'm being given a circle, and it looks like it's in green energy. And for me personally, green energy usually means growth, psychic energy, health, like healthy energy, healthy with nature, and uplifting changes, basically. So I'm seeing this circle. Now, it could mean what the circle means. And there are many many interpretations of what the circle means. You know, full circle, wholeness. There are several actually, many meanings of what the circle could mean. But I also, for some reason, just feel like I'm also being shown the circle may also be the moon in general. So that might be something for you to think on during the week and decide where that goes for you directly. However, I am being shown this circle, and this is partly why, because like I said, the full moon is coming up. But this is where the confusion came in from, where I'm being given the circle. The circle is there, it's glowing green. But then it fades away, and all I have is a waning moon. The design of a waning moon, like this. And the waning moon itself typically is speaking to us of surrender, of rest, of restoring, reflecting, of our intuition. All of this towards our outward life, towards our outward energy, reflecting into that service, into that growth of that outward energy. It's service in general also, along with, you know, the rest you need, the restoring energy, reflection you need, so that you can create. It's also reminding us to be thankful, to thank people, to enjoy, as well as to give back. But I'm being given this waning moon first in a turquoise with a halo of pink. And for me, turquoise typically means that this is going to bring us like counseling. It'll bring us that healing energy that comes with counseling, as well as pink, which could be sensitive. Now, with sensitive, I always tell you, sensitive can go either way. Sensitive can be, you know, I love it, it's a wonderful thing, I'm so happy and excited and enjoying, or touchy-feely. So, like I said, I'm getting that waning moon with the turquoise with the pink halo. But then the both colors, they disappear, and the whole waning moon disappears, and the waning moon comes back. And now it's simply yellow. Knowledge, enlightenment, illumination, growth, joy. So I feel like these are all energies that I'm supposed to be passing on. Now, the next thing is I'm given, and I would typically say that this would be the animal medicine for the week. Like the spiritual animal medicine for the week. But this is coming through a shamanic state of mind, state of consciousness, basically, is where this came in. Excuse me. So I'm going to let you take it where you think you need to take it. Because what I'm given is a horse. But not the whole horse. I'm given just the horse's face. Like really up close. And it's a beautiful white horse with beautiful long blonde hair coming down around its mane is coming down around its face. But what I only really seem to be able to see on the horse is its snout and its eyes. Like through the hair. Its snout and its eyes. Now, and it's a white horse. So I'll let you see where that takes you. However, I am being reminded that horse energy typically deals with pride, nobility, trust, travel, life, freedom, independence, service, and the power itself of mind, body, and spirit. Then I am given a lion. But this is the thing. The lion is like all stretched out and comfortable and rolling its back up on the ground and relaxing. Okay, like I said, we're coming from a shamanic state of mind. So what does this mean to you about the horse? What does this mean to you about what the lion is doing? Because that might have a lot to do with the information spirit is trying to give you. However, lion also speaks to us of courage, power, royalty, dignity, authority, justice, wisdom, leadership, honor, and strength. But like I said, he's also very comfortable, he's relaxed, he's scratching his back on the ground, and he's just like, ah, yeah. So I'm going to let you see where those two animals take you, because that's what they give me. I can't give you more than that. Also, like I said in the beginning, when I first started to speak today, I was saying that if you're not exactly happy with where you are in life right now, if it's like they say, sometimes, I mean, if you're not happy in life, you got to change life. However, that's not always the easiest thing to do. There's challenges and obstacles. And the reason I'm saying this is because for those of you who are in that position, just say a prayer, honey. Just say a prayer. Ask your guides, your angels, God, the creator, the universe. I always, the way I do it is, Great Father, Almighty One, Universal Spirit. I don't know what you like to be called best. and then I go on with it. I mean, just tell them what you need. Tell them what you need help with, and ask them to help you find the correct ways of finding those answers so you can move forward, and ask them to make it very bold so you can't miss the signs. The signs that there's no way that you can miss. And the reason I'm saying that is because I also was given an energy, and this is for someone who's going to be watching the video this week, because a situation is going to happen, and it's going to be one of those situations, and I don't know who it is, and I'm telling you this because that positive energy may be able to change that situation to be a more positive situation. Because I can only give you what I'm given. And that's what I'm saying. You might want to say that prayer throughout the week. And I'm feeling that this is going to be more in the middle of the week. Okay. Sorry. I was talking to someone. Anyway, I feel like it's like that person who you never thought would lose their temper is going to snap. That person who you never would see that energy coming out of them is just going to wig right out. And I feel like it really all depends on how it is addressed, on how you speak and how you communicate, and that positive energy instead of getting aggressive right back. Because I'm getting that, what I'm hearing from them is, don't touch me energy. And we don't want to ever do harm. We don't want to ever cause harm to others or ourselves. And a lot of times, even in our communication, we don't realize when we're speaking, how we're speaking and how others interpret it. You might want to think about that this week. I'm just trying to give you guidance ahead of time because it was a warning. And I don't know who that's for. But bless you. Next, we have for the week again, from March 6th through the 12th, we have Mars is moving into Taurus on Thursday, which is the 9th. Now, Mars is our self-defense system. This is why I told you that right before I went into this, because I'm feeling that has to do something with the energy that might combine at about this time. Like I said, and this takes place on Thursday. When Mars moves into Taurus. Mars is our self-defense system. It is aggression and it is action. It is our warrior. It is our inside SWAT team. It is masculine in energy. It is fire and passionate in its energy. It also relates with our muscles themselves. Now, Taurus is an unstoppable, fixed earth sign. That means plain and simple, it's unstoppable. Taurus is the bull that never quits. Okay? And this energy, as we go into this month of Mars and Taurus, can be a wonderful energy. It really can, because Mars is your self-defense, so it makes you speak up for yourself. But at the same time, it can just be aggressive in action in positive ways. It doesn't have to be negative, because it is standing up for yourself. But with Taurus, we got to remember, Taurus also loves sensual energy. Taurus loves luxury. Taurus loves beauty. Taurus loves to relax and enjoy and take in the beauty. But Taurus is very patient, typically. But Taurus is also the bull, which makes him bull-headed from time to time and unstoppable and an unmovable force. When they make up their mind, that's that. So this can be very positive energy, but like I said, that if someone's not in their happy place in life, might just be too many buttons being pushed all at one time. So right now, you also just, it's always that soulful learning. It's like I was talking to somebody the other day. There's a very, very fine line when you're coming into soulful, good, positive energy and ego. Sometimes these two come very close, and it's hard to tell which one you're really listening to. And you can really trip over that line back and forth. So that's what I'm trying to get through. It can be a very positive, forward action that moves you forward right now. Because Taurus is not going to quit. Taurus is patience and will wait it out. But at the same time, Mars can not just be action and wonderful, aggressive, new ways of life, but it can also be a warrior and a defender at the same time. So I'm just letting you know where that energy lies. Now, again, Venus went retrograde on the 4th, and it will stay retrograde until April 15th. The reason I'm going over that is because it right now is in retrograde in Aries. However, on the 1st, it will slip back into Pisces. So right now, we are in that bold, aggressive, that me first energy for new starting within our persona, because it's also your first universal house. It's a great place for Aries and Venus to come together and soulfully inside of you, just lift you up and bring all of what you want to life in a loving way. But if you're down on your life, she's going to pick it apart so that you have to change it. That's what retrograde is. She's looking inwardly. She's no longer looking outwardly. She's looking inwardly at you and having these conversations. Now, don't forget, Jupiter is also in retrograde. Jupiter is abundance and growth anyway. And that is doing nothing but talking to you. So now you have love itself, or what talks to our senses about what we don't love, because that's also what Venus does, along with Jupiter, higher learning and abundance and growth, all looking inwardly. Then, right after it slides back into Pisces, Venus in retrograde, we'll also have Mercury going in retrograde. So that's going to be a lot of inward conversations with Venus itself over the next month. Just a forewarning. Now, this week, again, we have the full moon on the 12th, which is Sunday, and it's in Virgo. This means we're all detail-oriented. We're fixing, we're fussing, we're organizing, we're cleaning, we're sorting, we're overcoming our obstacles. We're in service of others as well, because Virgo likes to be in service. Virgo likes to help, but also likes to pick it apart and is the fault finder of how can I figure this out, and right there's the answer. But Virgo is also about our health. So right now you might be finding yourself during the new full moon on Sunday, when we come into that energy, we'll be feeling that health oriented, watching our food a little bit more. We're fixing, we're fussing, we're organizing, we're finding ourselves standing more into service itself in general. And that's a great sign right now for that full moon, because that's going to help Venus move us where we truly want to go in general. But for the week itself, we have the sun and the moon. Sunday and Monday. Sunday and Monday we're in Gemini. Gemini is what I call the two faces. And I don't mean two-faced, but what I mean is duality. Well, I see it this way, you see it this way. I want to do this, I'm curious about that. There's always two sides to every story, basically. And so Gemini is always about, well, let me look at both sides of things and decide what I really like best. It's duality. Then we go into Wednesday and Thursday. We're in Cancer. Cancer is nurturing, and also has a lot to do with family and the home. However, you want to make sure when the moon is in Cancer on Wednesday and Thursday, you might be a little bit overly needy, because it comes with the Cancer sign from time to time. Now, on Friday and Saturday, we go into Leo. Leo is prideful, but generous. But it can also quickly turn into melancholy. So you want to just kind of watch out for that. And then we hit the full moon, which is on the 12th. Now, for the runes themselves, like I said, I was having problems. I had to go through them a couple times and talk to the book itself. I always say the book knows more. I wrote the book a long time ago, and the book speaks up whenever everything else isn't working quite right. But above that, because of the problem I was having with understanding that I'm being told a lot of people are blocked, because that's what they kept giving me, was blocked signs. And I'm like, is everything blocked? But so they came through and they gave it to me actually in sight as well as in my book. They lit up with a gold hagulaz. And when I say they, I do mean spirit. Spirit lights up and gives me a gold hagulaz in the air. Hagulaz is hail, storm, crisis. It is that controlled crisis leading to completion and inner harmony. It is transformation and the inner preparation. It may indicate events from the past that need to be disclosed. It can show the coming of the crisis that will change one's life, reveal those long-term patterns, and the means of how to go about actually changing them. It can also bring people of greater gifts and greater power into your life. It is the principle of transformation through the crisis itself and inner self-order change through the crisis itself of inner self-order change. Coming from the outside of the realm. This is coming from the universal change, that synchronicity that's going on anyway. It is the cosmic seed. It is the reshaping of the present according to the highest ideals. Hidden issues of the past, though, that must be dealt with. It is the rune mother, frost, and fire meet. It is the control of elements itself within the rune craft. Then, lastly, they are giving us, like I said, that is telling us that what's been going on, all of this major change and the crisis is coming to its conclusion. Maybe not yet, but it is coming to its conclusion. But we are still in a little bit of that whirlwind, basically. So just, ride it out and know that there is something better awaiting you. I'm given, lastly, Sowilo. And they're both coming in truth and honesty for us. Sowilo is the sun wheel. It is air. It is that time of power being available to you for that change. Points to revelations of the new clear direction or the very end of the blockage. Like I said, there's a lot of blockage going on, and they're just reminding me of that. Meditate. Ask for help. Ask for your chakras to be balanced. Ask for the cords to be cut if you can't do it. Ask for the help, and ask that they give you the signs in ways that you can see them, that you can't miss, so that you can help move yourself forward. But most of all, you've got to find a way to get optimistic and positive about it, because if you're negative, you're just going to keep bringing yourself down. Okay, back to Sowilo. It points to the revelation of the clear direction and or the end of the blockage. It is the journey over water or of finding one's way. It is your navigation rune. Presence of teachers and of counselors. And that takes us back to the waning moon, where I'm being given the turquoise and the pink halo. Of resting, surrendering. Surrendering what you don't understand. Surrender what you can't hang on to. Some of that, honey, is not meant for you to hang on to. You got to let go of shit in order for stuff to get better. If you're holding on to shit, how can you hold on to gold? It's that simple. Guidance. This is the interpretations of Suilo. It is guidance, setting goals, pursuing the path, the spiritual navigational beacon. It is the light, the sun, the loss of the illusion of the ice. It is sense of your own self-worth and practice sense of your own self-worth and positive course of action. It is the end of the stasis and starting of the forward movement. Education is positive and it is always of good fortune. I love you, everybody. I hope that you have a wonderful week. And like I said, we just got to stay positive. And for those of you who are blocked, I send you so many blessings. And may you have healing energy. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. You can always reach me at my website, LadyStarsandFire.com, our magical sanctuary. Bye, LadyStarsandFire.com. Hugs and kisses in the wind, everybody. See you next week. Bye.